Alright guys, we're back with another Pokemon Mastered video today, and we are going to be looking at the Arc Suit Steven and Metagross, which can Mega Evolve into Metagross, and I do have their EX role, and their EX role is support, so they're going to be a very, very good sync pair. And of course, like all of the Arc Suit characters that are in the game right now, they are, like, I would probably say, like, they're power creep, of course. Like they're probably one of the best characters in the game right now, just because of everything they have to offer. They're good. So we have a lot to talk about with this character, so let's just go ahead and start with their passive first. So for Steel Myth, it powers up all of ally sync pairs by 10% and reduces attack damage taken by all ally sync pairs by 20%. The more steel themed characters you have on the team, the greater the percentages. So the maximum attack that you can get is 30%, and the maximum damage reduction is 26%. And then for Steel Judgment, raises the Steel type rebuff of all ally sync pairs by 1 rank the first time the user enters a battle each battle, and lowers the Steel type rebuff of all opposing sync pairs by 1 rank the first time the user enters the battle each battle. And then they have What I Learned from My Adventure, applies the enduring effect to all ally sync pairs the first time the user enters the battle each battle, and applies the free move next effect to the user when its attack move is successful. Increases the physical move next effect of all ally sync pairs by 1 rank when the user's attack move is successful, and that's going to be very good. And then they have Wandering Stone Enthusiast, protects the user against critical hits, protects the user from damage from a sandstorm when the user's stats would be lowered, raises the user's stats by the same amount instead. And they have Team Triage Tank 9, restores the HP of all ally sync pairs when the user is hit by attacking move. And that's going to be good, because with them having the EX role support, and then with healing and everything too, you definitely want to prioritize having them get hit. Because if the enemy sync moves, obviously everybody on the team is going to be getting taking damage. So then having the attacks aimed at Metagross is going to allow those sync pairs that got damage from the sync move to heal up a little bit every time Metagross gets hit. So that's going to be good. And Metagross is going to be pretty tanky as well. So the moveset for Metagross is Iron Head, Potion. They have Almighty Flash, Bullet Punch, which is an AoE. And then they have We're the Strongest, which is their trainer move, and it raises the attack of all ally sync pairs by 6 stat ranks, uses a maximum of 3 slots of the user's move gauge. The more amount used, the more it raises the critical hit rate of all ally sync pairs, can be raised up to 3 stat ranks at maximum, and increases the sync move next effect of all ally sync pairs by 3 stat ranks. So that is definitely going to be very, very strong. And then for their Almighty Flash Bullet Punch, activation condition when the user uses any move once, deactivation condition when the move is used, and you can only use it 3 times because it's one of those like quick moves. So yeah, and the move never misses, lowers the target's defense and special defense by 2 stat ranks, raises the defense of all and special defense of all ally sync pairs by 2 stat ranks. And then for their sync move effect, becomes Mega Metagross until the end of battle, restores the HP of all ally sync pairs by approximately 20% of their maximum HP. And then for their additional effect, lowers all ally sync pairs type rebuff for the following effect, or for the following, and type by 1 rank the first time the user's sync move is used each battle. Okay, cool. And then when they become the EX role support, then we know what that does, which basically doubles the sync move buff the first time you use the sync move with them. So yeah, they're going to be very, very strong. And then having Potion to heal up if you really need to as well. If Team Triage isn't enough, you could just use Potion and then help as well. And then for the grid, I only have them at 1 out of 5. I actually do not have their grid. So you know what? Let me quickly do that, and then we'll come back to the battle. Okay, so I fixed up their grid. I only have them at 1 out of 5, so I didn't really get much. So I just got Iron Head power-ups along with their Bullet Punch power-ups with Antitoxin so they can't get poisoned. And then we got Iron Head Move Gauge Refresh 3. So that's really all you get when you have them at 1 out of 5. But when you get them 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, then they become much better. So it's literally day and night difference on the power that they get when you get more on their sync. So on their sync grid, I mean. So this is the team that I'm going to be rocking with, because in order to maximize on the potential for Steven, you need a full steel type team in order to really maximize on their Arc Suit passive and stuff like that. So this is the team that I want to use, because we got Hop here for extra support. So when we sync move with both of them once, we're going to get +4 on our sync move buff, and then after that we could go with Zacian and then just do an insane amount of damage on their sync move with the AoE. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty nasty in here. So we are not going to be super effective. We're going against Sydney in the Champion Stadium, and their HP is going to be through the roof. So let's just go right in and see what they could do. So the main damage dealer for this team is going to be Zacian, of course, because Steven is a support, but Steven is still going to be doing pretty solid damage, because or anybody on the team is going to be doing pretty solid damage, just due to the fact that they're going to be getting an insane buff from the sync move, because when both Steven and then Hop do their sync move for the first time, it's going to be giving 2 buffs on the sync move each. So then it's just going to be pretty quick. Like they're going to quickly increase their attack, and then everybody's just going to be doing an insane number, of course. So we're going to let Zacian do an attack, and then we're going to sync move with Metagross here. And then after that, we're going to just start doing Okay, so we need to attack with Zacian. Like, we need to try to do anything we can so we can get our sync move down a lot faster. So we'll see the animations once, and then after that, we'll just skip them to kind of make it a little bit faster. So yeah, but Steven's animation is nice. Like, I love that little golden border, frame, whatever you want to call it, when they sync move for the Arc Suit characters. Like it's a nice touch. It's not anything crazy, but it's a nice little detail that I do like personally. So yeah, like everybody's gonna be doing pretty good damage, honestly. So and on top of that, Metagross is gonna be lowering their defense as well. So over time, with 3 attacks that Metagross does, they're gonna be -6 on their special defense and physical defense, allowing us to do even more damage as well. And yeah, so now like Steven is doing like 5,000 on his Iron Head, and yeah. After we get okay, so everybody's paralyzed now, so that's kind of unfortunate. But after we get everybody's sync move up, we are just going to be doing so much damage. So I want to get Hop's sync move up, and then we're going to be +4 on our sync. So now things are going to be getting crazy, because now it's a 200% increase to our attack, because of both the support super attacking or sync moving, playing a little bit too much Dokkan there. but yeah, so now the damage is gonna be insane, and 16,000. That's the most amount of damage I've ever seen Hop do. That's pretty crazy. 25,000. Wow. Yeah, this is. And then almost 10,000 for you. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Like, this is an insane team. I think I'm liking this team so much more, actually. 33,000. What? Like, okay, now 12,000. Dude, this is actually crazy. This is the first time I'm seeing this for myself. I want to see Zacian sync move. I actually really want to see Zacian sync move, because we still got the sync move buff for Zacian here. So I definitely, yeah, we need to see this. We need to see this for sure. Like, I'm expecting like what, maybe 30,000, 35,000 damage on the sync move here for Zacian. 45, okay, yeah. This is insane. That's actually crazy. I can't believe that. First time I'm seeing this for the first time as well. And yeah, no, that's crazy. That's pretty nuts. So keep in mind, I had all of the HP buffs active for that fight. So it's pretty crazy on how much damage we're actually able to do. So the next fight I actually want to do, normally I cut and then come here, but like, yeah, no, that caught me off guard. But the next fight we're gonna do is against Regirock. Because after we get past the first HP bar, he's going to be weak to steel. So this is going to be a nice challenge as well, sort of. Because Regirock gets stronger defensively when he has his defenses up, of course. But with Steven lowering the defense of Regirock physically and specially, we're just going to be doing crazy damage to Regirock, both with everybody on the team. So I'm expecting some pretty high numbers too. So I kind of want to play around and see if we could like kind of manipulate who we could use to attack to see the damage from everybody here. So like I'm still in shock. Like 45,000 damage, not even being super effective with Zacian on the sync move is pretty nuts. Now that is with a ×4 sync buff anyway, but regardless, and I think the enemy had their sync move up as well. So when the enemy has their sync move buff, Zacian gets stronger as well with Behemoth Blade and with their sync move as well. So, but like regardless, like that you don't typically see when they're not super effective. So like that is what you see when they're generally super effective. So the fact that like Zacian is able to do that when he's on the team with Steven is pretty insane. So I'm very, very happy with that. And then now, even with Zacian right now, we're still doing like 8,000 damage per Behemoth Blade. And Metagross is still doing damage too. So like, and that's just because we're lowering the defense. Like, look at that. Metagross is actually so good. Like, Cynthia is obviously way better, but like, still. Now we're super effective. So yeah, no, things are going to be getting a little bit silly here. I want to sync move with Hop so that we can get the +4 sync as well again. That I definitely want to do. I definitely want to do that again so we could get so we can see the damage that Reggie or Zacian is going to be doing. So now we could go for the sync move. I hope Hop does not kill. I hope Hop does not go for the kill because I want to see the damage that Zacian is going to be doing when he does the Behemoth Blade again. Now, we're not going to be able to do the sync move though, of course, just because we're still pretty far away. Maybe if we try... Actually, yeah, because we're going to kill. We're going to kill. We can't... Yeah, okay, let's just do this. Let's just do this and see the damage. Because the more we stall out, the more defense Regirock is going to be building up again. So we kind of just want to attack with Metagross so that we can lower the defense so we can do more damage. But by then, like, we're still going to knock him out. Yeah. Defense is lowered. Oh, wait, no, we could have. Oh, no. Oh, we could have seen the super or the sync move. Yeah, but I don't think it would be nearly as much though, just because we have Regirock's defense up and we needed to guarantee get a crit. So, but yeah, no, like that is still very impressive. I kind of want to go through it one more time and get the sync move off because like we saw it on the last one when we were super effective. So like maybe we can get away with it again and see the sync move with Zacian here. So let's go through it one more time. I'm going to have the speed on ×3, so at least it could be a little bit faster, so we're not waiting too long. And then we're going to skip the animations this time, because like the whole point in this fight now is to see the sync move damage with Zacian. Because he is the attacker. Of course, Steven is still going to be doing good damage too, because by that point, when we need to really start attacking with Steven, we're going to be a +4 on our sync move, of course, so that like, that's why. But overall, like, Steven is a very good sync pair. He is very good. He could do damage. He could do the support very well. And he's just able to get the job done. He could heal the whole team. And there's really no issue. Like, as you can see, like, even though this is not a difficult fight, we are still, like, crushing it. Like, we're losing very little HP. Steven is able to heal up the whole team anyway. I don't have the target set to, or the enemy set to attack Steven, otherwise we would be healing a lot more. But like, we don't really need that right now, because like, Regirock doesn't do that much damage, so I'm not stressing about, getting hit with Steven. So like, yeah, we're totally fine. I'm not going to use Almighty, Bullet Punch just yet. I want to use that when we sync move with Hop here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I want to do it when we get to the final HP phase, because that is when we can lower the defense, and that's what we're going to do now. we're going to skip the animation here. And then we're going to be in the next HP phase, lower his stuff, and then we're going to start getting our sync move going for Zacian. And then in the meantime, we're just going to go ahead and use... okay, well, never mind. We're not going to do that. Yeah, okay. So I think we should be fine. We should be fine. I'm going to go for Behemoth Bash. And hopefully we can get unflinched. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's go for a move gauge refresh. And then we only need 3 more counts, and then we're fine. Let's go for that. Lower the defense. Let's go for 1 more Iron Head. And then this should be fine. I hope this does not kill. No! All that setting up for nothing. Oh my... Okay. Well, so much for that. But as you guys can see, the Steel team is insane. They're pretty nutty. They are a nutty team. Like, the whole team is all around good. The issue I have with Cynthia, because I do not have that many good ground types. So, of course, Groudon is good and everything, but, like, defensively compared to Steven's team, this is not the greatest. Like, the only support we really have is Nita and Landorus. So, like, let's go to the ground type category on everybody that I have. This is what I'm working with. So, in terms of what I have available, like, ready at my disposal, Steven would probably be the better team for me. But when it comes to offense, this team is way better. But I'd rather have defense over offense and then have 0 defense and a lot of offense. Because if you can do a lot of damage, but you cannot take damage, then there's no point of having all that damage. Because if you're going to die a lot faster, then realistically you're not going to be doing that much damage, because how can you do damage if you're dead? But Steven, he could stay alive, keep the team alive, and then work your way up to do a lot of damage. So I think I like Steven's team a lot better right now, but that's just because this is what I have to work with the ground type category, with what I have. I know there's other ground type sync pairs that I'm missing, but like, again, like I said, with what I have, this is what I'm working with, and Steven's team is just better for what I have currently. So, yeah, but that's going to be it for this video. I don't want the video to be too much longer, or I don't want the video to be too long, even though it's already reaching 20 minutes long. But I wanted to showcase Steven, his team, in different battles. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know everything down in the comments below on Steven and the Arc Suit sync pairs. I do not have Arc Suit Lance and Dragonite. I don't plan on summoning any more for them, but we'll see. We'll see. That could probably change, but... yeah, that's going to be it. Let me know everything down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next video.